Hey, welcome to Pocket Change. I am Candace Lott. I never know what to do with my hands while talking, so I'll keep them busy while doing laundry. Hang out with me while I ramble on about all kinds of topics and different seasons of life I've experienced. It's going to be loads of fun. Let's get to folding.
Hey, hey, happy whatever day it is if you're listening to this in your world. I'm back. It's only been, I don't know, probably about a month since I've recorded. That's my bad, y'all. But I will say that the month of November, I don't know about for y'all, but was a kick you in the face, kick you in the crotch, slap your face kind of month for us. We had all kinds of things happening, and if you follow me on social media, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We had, oh, that's fun. My camera's going funky. That's cool. That's cool. We had our kitchen remodel. So we're still in the process of it, but we have countertops, y'all. Countertops, countertops, countertops. So praise baby Jesus. We have countertops. Isn't that exciting? Yay! So we will be putting in and building all the drawers over the next few weeks. We are aiming to be done with this project by the end of January, and then the Life of Fixer Uppers, we will be starting on our next project. Also, if you hear a dog in the background, don't worry, it's just Betty. She's in here because she's upset she can't go outside and be with her sons because she likes to say hello with her face to our neighbor's friendly dog. So she doesn't get to go outside and play when the other dogs are out. Super fun. Anyhow, so that's kind of been what has been taking over my world for the past month. We started towards the end of October, and we built an entire kitchen from the ground up. My husband and I in 2 weeks, and then we spent the next week kind of like sanding, painting, and getting everything ready for countertop install. And we had, this is how close we cut it. We had countertops installed Thursday night. They left here at like 8 o'clock. And then Monday afternoon rolled in my brother and sister-in-law, and they were here for 5 days. So no rest for the wicked. But it's not what I want to talk to y'all about today. Today, I thought I would talk to y'all about change. We're going to attempt to stay on topic. I say this every time. We'll see how well that works. So, not only did we deal with working on the kitchen in November, we also worked on the changing of schools for both my daughters. So, they were going to our charter school in our community, and it was an IB. I can never say it right. Google it if you don't know what it is, because I'm not going to say it and butcher it. But we've been going to that school ever since Mackenzie was in 4th grade. So now she's a junior. So that's been a change. And we went from a school where I knew, like, I could walk into that school. I knew the receptionists. I knew most of the teachers. I knew a lot of the parents. Like, I was there all the time volunteering. It was my little village that I had created. Especially after Chris and I divorced, I turned into like mega volunteer mom, probably because I was feeling some sort of guilt over my kids having to live through a divorce. So that actually, you know, worked out because I loved it, and the kids loved having me at all their events most of the time. So anyway, so yeah, we left. First, Emma left. She left the week before Thanksgiving because we just knew it was time for, I don't know about you, but for me, my youngest is dyslexic, and we knew that after the end of 5th grade, we were going to be transitioning her over into a public school anyhow, just because the charter school we were going to was a smaller school. And after 5th grade, I knew it was going to be a struggle with her having dyslexia, I guess is the correct statement. And so we knew we were already transitioning her over, but it just came sooner than anticipated just because honestly, I attended a leadership Plano session over Plano ISD and was able to meet and experience Plano ISD and a lot of the people in it and see the programs they had available. And I pretty much came home from that with my husband and was like, what's going on? And so we had already pushed her over, I think that week of my lesson or my session day. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. So we moved her over, and then during Thanksgiving break, with the help of my fantastic sister-in-law, who is a counselor, we talked about it, and we ended up deciding to move Mackenzie over for her junior year, which is a very big decision because your junior year, like, you only have a year and a half to make connections with these people. So that was trickier. So we moved her over last week, and she went from having 43 people in her class to over 1,000. So bit of a culture shock, honestly, because you go from knowing everyone to knowing she only had a few friends, people she'd works with. So that was a big shock for her as well. And she's only really known Imagine because we transferred her over in 4th grade. So that's all she's really ever known. And it is a K through 12 school. So, she's gone to the same school since 4th grade. So yeah, we moved everyone over, and it has been, with that and then the kitchen and then just the marathon of just everything, has been the kick you in your face, spit in your crotch, reverse that, kick you in your crotch, spit in your face kind of month of November. So I feel like so far December, knock on wood, has been going much better. We have a functional kitchen, we have an oven, we have floors, we have shelves, we'll be working on drawers. My kids' hard days used to start at 5 a.m. They now start at 6:30, which is huge. They went from having uniforms every day to wearing what they want, which has been such a fun thing to watch them. They already had cool styles, but now watching them get to show that cool style every day, that's been real fun to see what kind of they pick out. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about change because we've gone through a lot of change, and my husband always kind of calls out, like, I've changed. I've been told I change jobs as much as someone changes their underwear. Whether they meant that as a compliment or not, I don't know. Or backhanded remark, who knows? I do change jobs a lot. Had a lot of careers. I'm not afraid to change. And if you're not happy with something and you think you can make a change to improve quality of life, improve financial status, improve whatever it is, if a portion of your life can be improved and all it's going to take is change, do it. Like, can you make a butt ton of money if you decide to sell your house and move to a different house? Do it. If you are going to have a better quality of life by changing jobs, but you're actually taking a down, you're taking a cut in pay, but you can still pay your bills and afford to live, do it. If you can, there's a career you've always wanted to go after, but you've been scared to, do it. Like, life is short, so short. You only get one. There's no reason to be miserable at a job. There's no reason to be miserable in a relationship. Do it. Again, say as I do, not as I do as I say, not as I do. I don't always change all the things that I'm not a big fan of, because you can't change everything. I mean, you can't change other people. So there's that. But you can change your situation. Like, if you can change your job, because we spend more with we used to before the COVID. We used to spend more time at our job than we did with our families. Now, I think that has changed quite a bit because a lot of people still work at home. So I do think you have more people, thankfully, spending more time at home, which is nice. So yeah, so my husband thinks I just like go through life, and if change is coming, it's no big deal. I didn't always used to be like that. Frankly, it was up until my divorce, honestly. Like, changing jobs always scared me. I did it, and I didn't want to be seen as the career hopper. But we were on a much smaller, like, restricted income. So like, if I could change jobs to make $2,000 more a year, I did it, because that $2,000 a year was huge. And so yeah, I did it. But then, I had been talking to my counselor for a good long bit, over a year, about the possibility of divorce and separation, and it just scared me. It scared me so much. Like, what's everyone going to think? What's going to happen? Like, how are my kids going to handle it? How do the logistics of this work? I've never gone through a divorce. I don't know what I'm doing here. Well, then I went through it. And you know what? I survived. And I was better for it. My ex-husband was better for it. Like, he turned into a better dad. I turned into a better mom. My kids noticed. They were like, you seem lighter. You seem more joyful to be around. So, yeah. But then you have my husband and my oldest, who are very apprehensive with change. They don't like it. They get real nervous. And it's just me and Emma bebopping along, coming in like a wrecking ball, being like, you think we should go do this? Let's change it up. So it is interesting having half of our household be very, as Mackenzie says, nervy with change, and then the other half that embraces it and it's just like, let's do it. Let's see what happens. So I just wanted to chit chat and see, like, how you guys deal with change. Do you embrace it? Do you get excited over it? Do you hunker down? Do you worry about every possibility of things that could go wrong when you change? I think that's what my husband does. From all the talking we have done about changing so much, is I think he talks himself out of it. Like, yeah, but if this happens, then this happens, and then this happens. Like, and it's all of a sudden like he's in the basement of like jumping to conclusions, which, don't get me wrong, I am like one of the first people to jump to conclusions over the silliest of things. Like, if someone doesn't respond to me on a text message, I'm like, oh, they're mad at me. They hate me. Like, it's just silly. Just straight silliness. But I also know that, like, if you're upset and you're complaining about it, and you've complained about it till you're blue in the face and you're not doing anything to change it, what's it? It's insanity. Doing the same thing and expecting different results. That's insanity. If you're not happy with the way someone's treating you, stand up for yourself. Again, I don't always do this. That's a hard one to do because confrontation and me are like, we don't like each other. I get real nervous, and I don't want anyone to dislike me. People pleaser, numero uno. So yeah, change. Like, one thing that has been, like, I feel like very helpful in being okay with change is, honestly, I don't think it was just my divorce. Now that I'm like talking it out live to you guys, you know how I do things. I honestly think it came from the fact that whenever I was found out I was 19 and pregnant, like, you want to talk about embracing change. Like, my whole life, I had this whole plan. I had this whole idea of what I thought my life was going to look like. And being a mom was not on the bingo card, as they say. Like, nope, not at all. Kids, ew. And then along came Mackenzie, and my whole world changed. And it was one of those, like, changed 10,000 times for the better, but like everything that I had pictured for myself got flipped upside down on its head. Like, here's a fun fact about me. I legitimately was getting ready, like, I had dreams of going to New York City and trying out to be a Radio City Rockette. Like, that's what I was going to do. I was going to start training for tap because I knew how to clog. I didn't know how to tap. And I was the right height. It was a little bit of on the chunkier side because I've always been a little bit on the chunkier side. But I was going to, work it off, possibly have another eating disorder, work it off kind of situation. I don't encourage those. But that was what I was going to do. And then life came up and was like, haha, don't do that. This is what you're doing now. So yeah, I mean, change. She can be a bitch. She's scary. She's very scary. But you don't know what you don't know. Like, if there's something out there that you've been dying to do, go do it, friend. Go do it. The new year is almost here. Like, it's time to start making those resolutions, picking those words for the year, which I love doing that. Except for I forgot what my word of the year this year was supposed to be. I think it was time. I don't remember. I forget. But yeah, so go out and go and do. Y'all, this is a Squishmallow carcass. There is nothing left in this. Okay, I guess she's trash. So yeah, there's my my TED Talk for the day of change. Is if there's something you want to go and do it. Do not, like, jump in, both feet. You've got this. I promise. If you're scared, send me a message. Be your biggest cheerleader, man. We'll go conquer whatever mountain it is you want to together. Because, man, it can be so exciting, and you have no idea what can be on the other side. It can be just the best thing ever. Speaking from experience. Wanted nothing to do with being a mama. And it is hands down my favorite job. Like, yeah, I want to push my kids in the pool all the time. But it is my absolute favorite job. And I am so damn proud of these kids. And the fact that they are so brave to walk into a brand new school in the middle of the year and get in the car and not be sobbing. Y'all could not do that at their age. No way. Us. Woo! Woo! My kids are cool, and they encourage and inspire me to do better, be better every day. So, You got this, friend. And 2023 is almost over. Something you're staring at, wanting to change it up, do it. Shake your old titties and just tackle it. All right, that's all I got for now. Yay, pocket change.
Thank you for listening to Pocket Change. You can find me on the internet at candice-lott.com, on Instagram at Candice J. Lott, that's Lott with 2 T's, and on Facebook as Candice Lott. I look forward to meeting you. Have a great day.